Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Tool Talk. This show brought to you as always by windowcleaningresource.com. Well, one of the questions I hear a lot of window cleaners ask when they're first starting out, and they're asking about which tools are good to get a hold of, is what's this I hear about the Backflip or vice versa? What's this tool? What does it do? Which one's better? Well, I've done a review quite a while back on the Ettore Backflip, but I'd like to go back and take a look at it, and also show you the Unger vice versa, and point out some of the pluses and weaknesses of each of these tools. Let's start off with the Unger vice versa. This is the tool that I started off with when I first started about almost 2 years ago now. And my budget was quite limited at the time. The Unger, I saw the Unger showcased in another window cleaner's video, and I recognized the product as soon as I went into the window cleaning supply store. And so I said, okay, yeah, give me one of those. Which one's the cheapest one? Oh, the 10-inch one? Okay. So I grabbed the 10-inch, vice versa, and I've been using this for, like I said, almost 2 years now, and I've been quite happy with it. The tool actually comes in 3 sizes. It comes in a 10-inch, a 14-inch, and an 18-inch model. And one thing to note is that the scrubber itself are those particular sizes, but the channels that they give you with it actually are 2 inches longer, which is quite handy because you want to be able to clean the window, squeegee the window with as few passes as possible. And so like I said, I've been using this tool quite a bit, and probably used it about a little bit over a year before I actually tried an Ettore Backflip. So I really didn't know how this would rate. Pretty much, as much as I say I'm happy with it, it does have a lot of limitations. One of the limitations is this tool is basically, as you see it now, this is all it can do. It can scrub and squeegee, and that's about it. You can't separate the tool and use them individually. You get a little bit of adjustment that you can make on them. You take the tool apart, you can raise and lower the squeegee and the scrubber to your preference. One situation that you might have to do that in is like a job that I have that I do once a week, that I actually do use this tool because it has these small cut-ups in the restaurant. And what I noticed when I was using the tool the first couple of times on this job, I would scrub the glass, and when I went to go squeegee, because of obstacles in front of me, I had to go pretty far back from the window, and I had the pole almost horizontal. And what happens when you do that, if this scrubber pad is a little bit too high, is when you're closing at the bottom, the scrubber pad hits the glass that you've just finished squeegeeing, so it undoes your work. So I was able to make adjustments and lower the scrubber pad and raise up the squeegee blade. And like I said, you're limited to just these few little things I pointed out to you. Now, if you take a look at a product like the Ettore Backflip, which I did do a review on, pretty thorough review, it's 4 tools in one. You can actually use the squeegee separately. You can use the scrubber separately. You can use them together in one position, where you can actually scrub the glass and actually scrub and squeegee all in one pass. Now, I will be honest, as much as I have practice with this technique, and I can get it without making too much of a little flubs here and there, it takes a lot of attention, and I'd much prefer to just either do it singularly or do it as in the backflip position, and as the tool has been named. And this is the backflip position right here, where you have the scrubber on one side and the squeegee on the other. Now, one thing you may note right away, remember I told you about the Unger vice versa, where if the pole is too vertical and you're squeegeeing down and you get down to the bottom and the scrubber was hitting the glass, well, look at the distance on this particular tool. There's quite a bit of distance. I don't think you'll ever get a situation where you're closing up the window and the scrubber pad is going to mess up the glass. So that's a big bonus. And add to that the fact that, like I said, this tool can be used all separately, individually. You're not limited to just using it as a backflip type tool. Makes it quite handy and versatile. Another good thing to note about this tool is that it does work on most pole tips. The standard Ettore pole tips, it works perfectly fine there. On the Unger standard pole tip works fine. Even on the locking tip, even though it doesn't utilize the locking mechanism, it still fits on pretty snug. No worries about it coming off. The only thing I don't like is when I use the Ettore locking tip. It'll fit on fine, but it's always kind of a little bit of a bug with that locking tip. You know, I have a whole video on locking tips and the pros and cons of that. So, you know, maybe after this video you can go back and take a look at what I have to say about those locking tips. Anyway, both of these tools, like I said, come in 3 ranges: a 10-inch, a 14-inch, and an 18-inch, and they're both competitively priced. But in my opinion, you should always go and get the biggest bang for your buck whenever you can. And you know, like I said, I wish I had a video like the one I'm making for you now. Back when I bought this one, I probably wouldn't have bought it. I was happy with it until I found out that there is something better on the market and pretty much the same price. So anyway, you can go up there on windowcleaningresource.com. You can check out all the details on these tools, pricing, the sizes, and you know, make your decision based on that and on this video. Go check them out, windowcleaningresource.com. Bye for now.